Hello and welcome to Paradise Lost, a show where my friends and I play Dungeons and Dragons. My name is David Stallings, and
today.
Dude, he has 4 minutes.
Did you lower your voice?
oh,
All right.
Did.
I'm trying to rush through. You've given me a time limit. I have 3.5 minutes left.
Yo, you had 3.5 minutes.
My name is David Stallings, and I'm the Dungeon Master for these adventures. I am the captain. Again, once more, for our little slice of paradise, bringing you into our recap series, looking at episode 17, Stolen Life. Without further ado, as the defenders had finally gotten a chance to rest following a gruesome day through Argynvost Holt.
I'm mad with
Okay, bye.
Well, the time limit's over. Restart the episode.
No.
We rushed it for no reason.
In the middle of this, we'll show her leaving and abandoning this project.
We need this proof. We need the proof, actually.
Yeah,
We're keeping this.
Keep
We're keeping
going
this.
without her.
She's abandoning us. She's abandoning us.
She's coming back. Restart the episode.
No, we're not restarting. We're not.
Get out of here.
Restore the Snyder Cut.
Shame.
Shame. Shame.
Thanks for the
Shame.
coffee.
She said Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday you can do? No, fuck you. All right, we'll play Wednesday.
All right, you got like 3 minutes.
2 minutes.
No,
45
take your
I'm
seconds,
going
time.
actually.
home.
Take your time.
I too have
2
to
minutes,
leave.
40 seconds.
Kristen?
We do have to leave, but we can go after this.
We'd be fucking 250.
I want to restart now.
I know.
We're not restarting. We're already in it. As the defenders finally got a chance to rest following this gruesome day through Argynvost Holt, the night was filled with visions for 3 members of the party. Beginning with Timothy, he had received a dream that put him in a dark void with a bonfire ahead of him. In this space, Timothy realized the charm effect Strahd had over him had finally gone away.
Big.
By this fire, the silhouette of a figure could be seen, the shadows around them clutching to their form. The figure looked to be entirely made of shadow, except for the face, which was covered by a gray and unraveling mask. The figure spoke and mentioned that they had been watching everything around Timothy, mentioning what had been stolen from him and what Timothy had stolen back through this adventure.
Man of my work.
The person began speaking of what thievery is, mentioning that everyone is a thief in their own way, while also calling to attention every item that Timothy had stolen along the way.
Single item. Even the 3 cents back in grade school.
That's right. But much had been stolen from him as well, mentioning his mind, his age, and potentially someday his life. That too. The figure offered the path to impact the world while within the shadows. No one would refer to Timothy as a noble, but he would know the great things accomplished for Ikramar. The figure offered this before the shadows disappeared into the fire, leaving with a word, consider. Lord Farquaad had a dream.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going through the dreams. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. This was like the first dream sequences that we had. Okay.
He
Cool.
left you with
To
one
go
word.
into like
Well, for
lore
almost all
about
of us.
stuff.
Yeah.
To go into
Left you with
lore
one
about
word.
stuff going on.
Armies.
That's the dreams are necessary to go through.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have to be.
Lord Farquaad had a dream of the familiar swampland of Berez. She saw a man walking through the marsh as the vision shifted back to her perspective when she was at the shrine beneath it. Destroyed and ruined when she arrived, now in this dream, well made and unhindered. The tree of the temple now did not have a chain wrapped around it, and 2 figures stood looking at the interior of the space, beginning some kind of incantation together. They complete it, with blood falling from their hands to the stonework below, the blood transforming into large chains wrapping around the tree. And as they completed their work, Lord Farquaad could see that this vision, the 2 figures, were one of Strahd and one of herself.
Whoa.
But with
I knew
the
it.
long black hair.
There's always
That
those shifty
happened?
eyes. Never
Yeah. Get to Andre's dream.
We're almost there. The vision shifted back to show the chain breaking, allowing the tree to grow once more. And a voice spoke, much warmer, mentioning that nature of Barovia is imprisoned, never meant to be this way, but this prison could be destroyed. You were then shown a grassy hillside with a ritual underway. Many people were dancing around the form of Strahd and leaving this ritual again was Lord Farquaad, but with black hair. And that was the dream. Stephen didn't have quite a dream, more of a visitation. As he was suddenly encompassed by heat, surrounded by red sand. His patron appeared.
Stop!
You found
That's how it
yourself.
feels every time the heat hits.
His patron appeared in a column of fire originating from the new scar in your chest. The red-winged figure
We
of
skipped over that in one of the other ones. I got visited and branded.
Ricky, it's
That was in a
all
previous
important.
episode before.
You weren't
That was
there.
episode 10, bud.
You guys were at Disney World.
You guys were not in Arizona.
That was when I woke up the next day from you.
That's what
That
they're
was a different
saying.
episode.
Wow.
We did not skip it. We did not skip it.
You were at Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Was I?
Yes.
You were at Disney World.
I've never been to Disney World.
You were at Disney World
Where's
with
it
your
at?
other friends.
Oh yeah, where's Disney World?
The red
Exactly.
winged
How would I know? Never been.
Skip it.
the red winged figure of Dynaxis appeared, standing over Stephen.
I don't like being this close to you. You can stop me.
This is
Dyna-
gonna be such a pain. But thank you. I appreciate it.
This is gonna be great.
You can't stop me here.
Dynaxis apologized about having to scar you like he did a couple nights ago. But he then went on to remind Stephen that the two of them have a greater objective, that Stephen is not a hero and not here to save the world, rather he's a servant. He reminded Stephen of the objective to get to the mountain known as Mount Gakis, and upon doing so, tides will shift in the battle that truly matters. Details of that are still unknown. Andre had a wonderful dream about his time back in Oakle.
I don't think he did.
He didn't actually.
No, he had nothing.
He had no dreams.
dreams.
Your character sucks.
No dream. Never will have a dream.
Never will.
You had one.
Not
which
really.
was more like visitation.
No, it wasn't a
Strahd,
dream.
yeah.
Yeah. So
The intrusion.
But finishing the long rest, the group began their next leg of the journey, heading to the Wizard of Wine's winery. Dealing with some dire wolves along the way, they made it to the winery by the end of the day. They found that the vineyard was withering away, but were beckoned to the outskirts of the winery by a figure nearby. Took like an hour to get to him.
that was a funny moment.
Upon approaching him,
That's the one you like.
Yeah.
You and him are.
Yeah, well, because he was trying.
No.
I was like, well, because I was just thinking like how awkward it is that we see this dude. He's so far away, but it's like you're like, hey, you know, when you see someone like a quarter mile away, you're like, hey,
Right.
and you're just like, hold on, let's not talk yet. Let me get closer to you, and then we can say hi and stuff. But
Yeah.
we're just like walking,
I was messing.
and you're sending him messages like, you know.
And then we
that's
started
pretty
to order a pizza.
yep,
The shakaroni.
yep,
that
The
was
shakaroni.
yes, we did. We did.
Then,
What a
after like
deal.
another 15 minutes, we finally arrived, Davey.
Yep,
And we got the pizza.
yep.
No, the pizza was at the like way later. It
Yep.
took a long time to do that.
Upon approaching him, they learned that this man was named Davian Mardukov, the father of your friend
Oh, man.
Erwin Mardukov,
Aw,
You like
and the
Erwin.
eldest member of the Mardukov family.
I hate Davian.
Davian is the man.
You handed the gem over to the Mardukov family, earning a large amount of trust in doing so. Davian then asked if it'd be possible for you to help his family. The winery itself was still being occupied by druids who had come from a nearby place called Yester Hill, after they had already been attacked by Baba Lysaga's scarecrows. Begrudgingly, the group agreed to help them take their home back. Making your way to the winery, you found a back entrance to begin sneaking towards. Upon entering, they found you were adjacent to the main fermenting area of this establishment, but it was filled with the blight figures. The
What about blights?
small figures of vine and twig meshed together to create evil servants. Meanwhile, druids were standing above the fermenting barrels, pouring something into them. You guys hid in the storage room nearby, tried to create a plan, hoping to kill and get rid of all of these creatures. Turning themselves invisible, Stephen and Timothy walked into the main chamber to start the plan without being spotted immediately.
You're really good.
And together, as Stephen cast... there was minor discussion about it, but Stephen cast a spell to summon lesser demons
Oh yeah.
on top of the druids nearby to cause havoc.
Really good.
While Timothy began using his new pipes of
My
haunting.
bagpipes of haunting.
That
To-
was pre-Bargurat. Yes,
Yes, it was. You did not have that potential yet.
Yeah.
That was just a random ass demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
They did really good.
using the pipes of haunting to frighten as many creatures nearby as he could. And with that, the winery immediately fell into overwhelming chaos.
Yeah.
The blights began screaming, and yeah.
It was like all of them. Yeah.
Just a bunch of little sticks.
No, it's like
Imagine a human mouth just awkwardly
Yeah.
floating there like.
Chaos ensued, and many of these blights began screeching as they became terrified of the music coming from Timothy's instrument, and also terrified of the multiple demons falling through small portals, trapping and now attacking primarily the druids that they were surrounding.
So funny.
And-
yeah, that's fair.
And they did
Or
impact
mostly.
Timothy. Yeah.
Let's see.
The group used this opportunity to attack. The druids began yelling out for other druids nearby to get going, take what they could as they were under attack. Andre was the first to begin pursuing the one that was yelling and running away into a nearby chamber. And you fucking hated this guy.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, because he kept
Oh.
every time
Yeah, I
you
know.
got
Turn a
within
corner.
range, finally, like you dashed to finally see him. He
like,
then
go
on
around the
his turn,
corner.
he'd go around another
Yeah,
corner.
there was always there's just so many corners.
Mm-hmm.
It was like we were in just a corridor, and every 30 feet was a corner that he would dash to, and I
Yep.
couldn't see him
You
anymore.
can't curve the bullet?
I do remember. No, well, I
it's
mean,
so funny.
Fireball got big area of effect, but you
Huh.
never know.
Right. They also didn't want us to use Fireball inside.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Destroying the entire place.
Yeah, so I waited until
Yep.
later.
As members of the party killed as many blights as they could, disposing of the demons as well, you had found a chamber with a
All the
horse-drawn
demons back
carriage being quickly set up by druids to run off. Andre was the first to reach this and began casting and holding the fireball spell, waiting for the druids to attempt to run off in the carriage before releasing it.
Idiots.
Meanwhile, Timothy managed to get close enough to one of the nearby druids outside who was not quite to the carriage yet, and tackle her to the muddy ground in hopes of capturing her to learn more about
And I had her.
the circumstances. However, he was unaware that nearby many blights were being summoned from the withering vineyard to aid in this battle.
Everything was great. She was in my arms. I went wrong.
Andre released the fireball, managing to destroy the carriage and severely injured the druids attempting to escape. Immediately following this,
Was your turn.
released another
That's right. Yes.
Fired another fireball.
and
so
Fuck
great.
and
later.
demolished the druids,
See you later,
finishing
idiots.
them off.
Epic.
Trying to leave.
Leaving
Trying to take our wizard.
Stupid bitches.
Where'd you take him, huh? Where's the wizard?
Where was he gonna go?
There's no wizard. There's no wizard.
There was.
There wasn't.
They fucking took him.
They didn't. But this left just the
They
blights.
poisoned the wine. I know now.
Wow.
I figured it out.
They did.
Figured it out.
They did.
It's all coming back to me.
Leaving just the blights and the final druid that Timothy had tackled and was on top of. Andre did rush forward
Yeah.
to try and get some of these blights to veer towards him instead of going towards Timothy.
Shield.
But Timothy braced for impact as a dozen of these twig blights climbed onto his back and began attempting to pierce and kill their druid's assailant.
With advantage.
All of them with advantage. That was so...
Yeah,
oh
that's
my
some
gosh.
Bullshit.
So
That was
intense.
a good like 24 rolls against me.
Yeah.
Now, why was it advantage?
Because I
He
was
was
on
prone.
the ground.
He was
Because I
prone.
tackled.
Now, here's the
Because
thing
I
about that
tackled.
is how big are the blights?
Tiny.
They're considered... I think they're considered small,
Okay.
which is technically the same size as her.
Okay. So, him being prone, I mean, come on. They're basically prone.
They're not, though. They're
Come
not.
on. But like 5e's wrong.
No.
But it is.
Sticks like this big.
Yeah, they're like actual, like... They're like 2 or 3 feet tall still.
Oh, okay.
Like...
Bill Parker was like, yeah, they're really tall.
Wow. That's a big bitch.
Exactly.
Oh,
Was-
how'd she coming?
But it was great because he didn't die immediately. Timothy managed to take a large amount of impacts, falling unconscious on top of the druid, but not quite dead yet. Very close. And in a final moment of spite, before any of your companions could come to heal Timothy, the druid beneath him released a powerful thunder wave, destroying the blights, impacting Andre, and throwing Timothy up into the air, propelling him upwards and slamming him into the muddy ground nearby. And as he fell and rolled through the dirt, Andre and Steven were the first to see that their companion was motionless and dead.
You died?
The first death of
Second.
Timmy.
Oh,
Right.
that was the second
And this
time.
is how it happened too, because someone was missing when this happened,
Kiana.
and then she came back.
Yeah, we didn't tell her.
Yeah, we
that
didn't
was
tell-
so funny.
Well, we managed to get it to work
and she's
out.
still
that-
not here.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
like the episode.
So next
real
time,
lore.
when we do the next recap thing, we'll be like, okay, so last time Timmy died, and she'll be like, what? What? It'll be a
we'll just
a
relive
true
it. We'll
recap.
just
Yeah.
relive it.
Be a true
It'll be
recap.
That was
perfect.
hilarious.
Yeah.
When she find out.
That's
Yep.
hilarious.
Oh, that was such a good moment.
That was such a
But
good moment.
He
anywho,
did die. That was
Anywho.
kind of funny. I remember that.
yeah, the
Dude,
first death of
got
our
hugged by
campaign.
lights.
First death of our campaign.
We hugged the lights.
And then we had a conversation about do we want death to have more chances of being permanent.
Right.
There was one potential path to getting you back.
Was it our first death?
It was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
First player, first PC death.
But really good.
But with that, that's all that happened. Nothing big.
Nothing major.
Nothing big. And that is this little slice of paradise. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy.
He said it.
And yeah.
He said the thing.
Said the thing.
Next
Fuck.
episode.
You couldn't just give it a clean cut,
No.
and that was our little slice of paradise.